Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking a look on the ZD Ultimate Legion, a controller designed with competitive gamers in mind. It sells for about 99 USD dollar, putting it at the same price range as a Switch 2 Pro controller or an high-end PC gamepad. ZD is a bit more of a niche brand, but they gained popularity with their O Plus model, and now they're back with an ambitious control packed with feature. But can it really compete with those GameSir and FlyDG in the market? That's what we're going to find out. First of all, in the unboxing, inside of the box, you will find the ZD Ultimate Legion controller, a 2.4 GHz dongle, a braided USB-C cable, 4 interchangeable D-pad caps, a Switch-style button set, manual in English and Chinese, and even a small community invite card. What I like is that you're getting multiple D-pad options right off the box. Unlike the O+, there are an interchangeable joystick cap included, but the package still feels generous. The box itself is compact and nicely present, giving a solid first impression. The controller feels well built also with the rubberized texture grip that help a lot if your hand gets sweaty. It's slightly more angular than other models, which actually make it feel more stable in the end. Weight is well balanced, light enough for long session, but not cheap feeling. The front faceplate is smooth, but still grippy enough to avoid slipping. One small drawback, when you try to use all the rear buttons and triggers at once, the placement of the trigger lock can get a little uncomfortable. ZD has already announced an update paddle design that might fix this in the future. For the feature, you're getting a lot of different compatibility: Windows 10, 11, Switch, Android, iOS, multiple connection, also wired USB-C with USB-C, 2.4 GHz, and Bluetooth. For the polling rate, you're getting a nice 3000 Hz when you're playing in wired, 900 in 2.4 GHz, and 250 via Bluetooth. You have also a very low latency, around 2 ms in wired and 10 ms with wireless. One of the highlights of the Ultimate Legion is that it uses mechanical micro switches across almost all its buttons, giving you a sharp mouse click responsiveness. For the A, B, X, Y buttons, mechanical micro switches are very responsive. They also rate for over 100 million press. You can also swap between Xbox and Switch layout. Bumpers, they are mechanical too with a clean click, though I find them a little shallow compared to the others. For the triggers, you're getting texture surface for grip plus physical lock. You can switch between a full analog trigger, great for racing game, and a short one, more like a mouse click mode for rapid fire FPS action. Placement of the lock is a bit awkward if you're also using rear button. Extra front button, you're getting an M1, M2 mechanical placed above the ABXY for a quick shortcut. You're also getting additional shoulder button, also mechanical. They are very easy to reach, even for smaller hands. You also have rear buttons, the B1 and B2, and magnetic paddle, the P1 and P2, for 4 total input on the back, all mechanical and remappable. The magnetic paddle detach easily, but comfort depends on how you hold the controller with the trigger lock. Analog stick ship with the RG13 TMR module by default. They're very precise, especially when paired with the high polling rate. For competitive players, they also offer the GS13 Pro module, which are considered among the best TMR sticks right now on the market. For the D-pad, you're getting a floating mechanical micro switch design. Clicky and fine for 4-way input, but diagonal can be tricky. Luckily, ZD include multiple swappable D-pads, so you can pick your preferred style. Personally, I still find membrane D-pad better for retro games or combos. Other stuff that are included is for sure a battery, 1500 mAh. It's good for 15 to 20 hours of play. You're getting a nice RGB light strip for aesthetic. And for the software support, it's kind of weak, honestly. You need to use the Android or the iOS app. They don't have any software right now available on PC. You also have an optional magnetic charging dock that also add USB port and make charging effortless. Overall, this controller is built for speed, precision, and durability, clearly targeting competitive players. Now let's do some performance testing, and after that I'm gonna give you my personal experience with the controller. So now let's do some testing with the gamepad tester. So first of all, The sticks are really precise. You can do some micro adjustment. It's working well. For the button itself, everything is really fast. I don't see any issue. Some issue with the diagonal. It's a bit tricky to do with some mechanical D-pad like this, but still it's working well. As you can see, the axis seems to change a little bit. Maybe I need to recalibrate my stick. It's a bit weird. Now I'm gonna do a test of circularity over there. So as you can see, this is pretty much the percentage. So not that bad, that's good. And I want to show you guys also, I'm getting a lot of like snapback with the controller. So when you do some stuff like this, as you can see, the green part is the snapback from the joystick. So I saw that when I was testing it. So now let's test the polling rate with the wire and without it. So for the polling rate, we're gonna start wirelessly. We're supposed to do 900 Hertz. So let's test the left stick. Kind of turning around. So the polling rate average was 827 and the max was 1000. They are announcing 900, but I guess it's a little bit higher. Now let's do it with the wired. So now with the wired, we're gonna do the same thing. Left stick. Okay, now something is weird. The maximum polling rate was supposed to be 3000 and they're saying 4000. And the average was 3,937. So I guess we're doing more than what they said. That's great. Good news. I don't understand why they're not talking about it. But anyway, you're going to do better with the controller. And when I'm speaking right now, I'm going to show you a B-roll of the app. I'm not a fan of the app, honestly. You have it on iOS and Android. I did test both. Sometimes you're missing some translation. You can personalize it, but honestly, on the market, I've seen a lot better app than this. And the PC app is not available right now on the PC. So that's a bit of a bummer. Now, let's continue the review of the controller. So my experience with the controller, I test the ZD Ultimate Legion across 3 different types of games to really push it. First of all, in Forza Horizon 5, the trigger stood out. With the physical lock-off, analog control was smooth and perfect for feathering the gas and brake. In Final Fantasy Rebirth, I really appreciate the precision of the stick and the crisp feel of the mechanical button during long play session. The only weak spot was the D-pad, which felt a bit stiff for quick menu input or combo entries. In Borderlands 4, the low latency and mechanical button really shine. Gunplay felt immediate and the controller keep up flawlessly with rapid fire combat situation. Overall, it adapts well to very different playstyle from racing to RPGs to shooter, and that versatility make it to stand out. Now let's talk about pros and cons. So first of all, with the pros, extremely low latency, perfect for competitive gaming. Impressive polling rate, 3000 when you're playing wired. Strong modularity, sticks, D-pad, Xbox Switch layout. Lots of remappable buttons. Solid 15 to 20 hour battery life. And durable well built with good grip. For the cons, awkward placement of trigger locks and rear buttons. The D-pad, not the most reliable diagonal that can be taught. And the mobile app isn't very user-friendly also. PC software not ready yet. And the last one is no NFC support if you're playing on the Switch. That can be a bummer. So do I recommend the ZD Ultimate Legion? If you're a competitive PC gamer or even a Switch player looking for a serious alternative to the Pro controller, then yes, this is a very strong option for like 99 USD dollar. You're getting a controller that delivers high performance, tons of modularity, and a solid battery life. That said, there are compromises. The D-pad could be better and the comfort of the rear button with the trigger lock needs work. Overall, I'd say this one is one of the best competitive controller of 2025, and if ZD keeps refining the paddle, software, and accessories, this could easily become a top-tier long-term option. This is a big category, honestly. You have the G7 Pro, you have the brand new Apex 5, you have the Vader 4. So this is not necessarily my main controller. The lack of app and the personalization is a bit of a bummer, but it's still very solid. Like the physical aspect of the controller is really good. So for me, it's an 8.8 on 10. I really like to play with this controller, but this is not necessarily my main question of preference, honestly, when you compare with other controller. So that's about it, guys. If you have any question about this controller, just comment in the YouTube section. Post me any question about it. I will try to help you the best that I can. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.